Good YouTube, this IQ Domino coming back at y'all with another motherfucker bang of a video. Now today we're gonna be discussing how to be the quote unquote bad boy women love with Tate. Now, me personally, that's really my whole program. To make it simple, to make it sweet, short and sweet. Men who think for themselves will always get perceived as bad boys. It's that simple.
All right, looks like we're live. What's going on? Trip Kramer here from tripadvice.com. I got a special interview. You know, I haven't done one of these in a while where I interview someone and we do this live here on YouTube, but I got someone all the way. Where are you, man? Where are you located right now?
I'm in Bucharest, Romania. I'm far away, bro. Far away.
You're far away, so it's like 10:30, 10:45 where you're at right now.
Yep.
Damn, cool, man. Well, listen, I don't know if anyone here knows who you are. I know you're kind of I'd like to say up and coming. I mean, you got 20,000 subscribers at this point on YouTube. So when did you start your YouTube channel?
Not too long. I think maybe about 10 months ago. My problem was I think I got hyper political a bit too quick and ended up shadow banned and getting a bunch of strikes and all sorts of things. So I don't know if I'm ever going to grow or how long I'll be around for. We'll see what happens.
Wait, so your channel got banned?
No, I didn't get banned. I got some strikes, and then I got banned. I've been banned from Twitter like 7 times, and I'm a firm believer in the whole shadow banning thing. I've realized sometimes if you speak about the wrong subjects or you say the wrong things, you just never seem to grow at all. So
interesting.
I don't know.
What did you talk about that you think got you in trouble?
Loads of stuff. I mean, I'm not too political, but like I'm anti-Western world in some ways. Like I used to live in London, and London's got a bunch of problems now, and I commented on some things, and some of my views are seen as extreme, not even politically, even in the male-female dynamic. Things I've said or say are seen as extreme. They're certainly extreme enough to get banned from Twitter. I don't know why, but yeah. So I think I'm in the naughty corner. Maybe I'll just stay this corner of the internet for a while. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Well, at least we got you an interview here, and I hope this channel doesn't get banned.
I'm gonna get you in trouble, bro. Don't worry about it.
No, it's all good. Just a little quick test. Anyone out there? Just because we're testing some new tech right now, can you hear all of us? Is it all coming in clear? Is it any massive echoes? So anyone who's watching, give us the lowdown if you can hear us all. It is the afternoon, so we only have a few people, but I guess we'll hear in a bit. So, all right. So real quick, if people want to find you, what is your YouTube channel? Where can they find you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my YouTube channel is Tate Speech, T-A.
How's it sound? Well, that's interesting. What are some things you think you learned about women from running this
how long you got? I learned a whole bunch.
Well, you better be succinct because we only have about 30 minutes, but hit us.
A whole bunch about women and a whole bunch about men. I learned about a lot of things. I mean, I guess I never really intended on being I have a lot of hate on the internet. A lot of guys say that I'm a pimp and I exploit girls, and then some other guys understand it from my angle, and that's I've never forced anyone to do anything they don't want to do. And that the girls are sitting on a computer, no one's fucking them, they're sitting on a computer, they're getting paid, just like if they were sitting in any other job and getting paid, they just haven't got their top on. So really, it was a job, I kind of...
Like, those kind of guys, it's funny to me because those kind of guys go to strip clubs.
It got started where I had 2 or 3 beautiful girlfriends from fighting all around the world. I was fighting and I had some beautiful girls, and I was kind of thinking...
Or at least they don't look at it as a bad thing.
In my head, well, can I open a strip club? Will I make money with a strip club? But at the time, I didn't have money to invest in a strip club. And while I was doing my research, I discovered...
For guys who don't know, he had a online camera service for, when women, they show their titties, they play with their pussy and shit like that. That's what he did. He managed the women that did that. I heard it was a good business, but I heard it was a big fucking headache.
For this whole webcam thing, because I didn't even know it existed. I thought, pretty girls can sit on computers and make money. And that's kind of how it started. Went from there and ended up having a bit of a cam empire. At one point, I was doing $500,000 a month profit. So yeah, it got big. And that was it, really. I never really was.
But now worth $500,000 a month. You're saying the headache was too big for $500,000 a month.
The thing is this.
You must have hated it. It must have gotten really bad.
When you're working with women, women are highly unpredictable. So, and women are not money motivated. So I got to a point where the only way you can really get the women to work for you, you have 2 choices. You either try and convince them into some kind of business arrangement, which doesn't work long term because women are emotional, or you get girls who are in love with you and do it because they love you and they want to do as you say and be around you.
So you say women aren't money motivated. What is their motive? What would motivate them?
Women are absolutely and utterly motivated by fun and attention. Those two things. If a woman has a lot of attention and a lot of fun in her life, she's uninterested in anything else. So when I say women aren't money motivated, what I mean is they don't want to make their own money. And I know this from experience. If I had a girl who would sit down and make, let's say, $1,000 in 2 hours, I'd sit and think, okay, you can make $10,000 a week. She'd think I only have to work 2 hours and have the rest of the week off. They have a completely different attitude towards being rich. They want a rich man because they want fun, but they don't want to have their own money or pay for things. They don't care. They just want fun to be facilitated. They're uninterested in the cost of anything. Yeah, I've done this many times with very many beautiful girls. I've been on boats in Dubai with supermodels. I've had girls in my Lamborghini. I've done because I've got a bit of money, and I've said to them, "How much do you think this costs?" They don't even know. They don't even know how much a Lambo costs. They don't know how much a boat costs. They don't know how much the dinner is. They don't know that the table in the club is $5,000. They have no concept of money in the way a man has concept of money because it's just provided for them at the top. If they're top level, they have no idea what money even is.
So you're saying that, women who are going after guys with money, they're not really going after the money. You're saying they're going after the fun.
Absolutely. They're not going after the cash. They're going after what the money provides.
Right.
So they're going after a guy who has the ability to take a time off work to go skiing. They're going after a guy who has the ability to fix their problems if they have a problem. They're going after a guy who has status or is high power or someone that makes them feel important standing next to. They don't actually care about what's in the bank or how much you spend. And we've seen this time and time again. You can
what
look
about
at
the security aspect? You know that aspect where women want the security because we're just talking about the fun. So you're saying they don't care about security?
No, I don't think so at all because you can look at some.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. He, this is what I perceive. Keep in mind, I don't really go at it the way he's going at it, but he is right. You know what I'm saying? Because I always tell guys, bro, when you look at the way women who have like the most secure guy. Bro, I had this one girl, bro. She was so fucking fine, bro. She was a little big, but she had some big titties, a fat ass, a pretty face, natural hair, big eyes. Like she was fine. And she was a nurse. She had a boyfriend. She never told me, but the way she was moving, I was like, I know you have a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? And when I actually like went around her, you would see, bro, she had a nice house. She had a nice car. She had everything that she would want from nothing. You could tell she wanted for nothing. But the thing is that when it comes down to outside of the image of it all, she doesn't really give a fuck about it. She just loves, like what he's saying, she does like the attention of it. That's the reason why she would be with a guy that's taking care of her that in that way to that level. But it's like at the same time, she would rather be with a man that makes her feel like a woman emotionally. It's literally about the emotional response of it all. That's why a lot of times, bro, y'all like to think that you have to smooth talk a certain way, but the reality of it is that you just have to be a man, and when you talk to her and you direct your attention to her, you're naturally going to talk her out of her drawers. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Now, of course, you can smooth talk her sexually. You got to flirt with her to get build up that arousal, of course. But a lot of times, bro, those kind of women who be fine, they got everything, look like they got it all, or just by being in your presence, she gets turned on. You know what I'm saying? And it's the emotional thing. Just by you thinking for yourself, you emotionally stimulate her. It's a difference between. I'm telling you, women can tell when you take something from something and you try to build your own thing, you take away from somebody else and you try to make it yours, versus you really going off the way you think and moving off the way you think. It's completely different. It's a different vibe. I'm telling you. And believe it or not, it's rare. But that's what makes that's what makes a guy a bad boy to a woman. That's one of the biggest things. Now, of course, there's more details in that, and it's more to it than meets the eye, but it all goes on in your mind at the end of the day. So
very, very wealthy men that are getting destroyed in divorce courts. The richest man in the world just got destroyed. And you can look at guys who are unable to provide security, but they give a girl lots of fun, like the gardener, who's banging the old rich wife. So I think women are just completely and utterly motivated by their emotions, and if you can spike an emotion in them one way or another, then you're going to be able to affect her in a positive way. I think I've said this time and time again, even if a woman hates you, you're in a better position than if she's apathetic towards you.
Bro, I literally have situations where women don't like me. I'm in a situation right now where a girl, I can kind of tell, bro, she doesn't like me. Like every time I say something, she be like, "Oh my God, you pissing me off. You just what? Are you gonna really do that? Did you really just say that?" Cause I speak my mind. I let it be known. I'm an asshole. I don't really be giving a fuck. I just do what I want, say what I want, and I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I'm gonna let you know, like, I don't meet the social norms. I really don't. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like literally, I told her every time I meet somebody's dad, a woman's dad. He doesn't like me because of the way I approach him. It's like, "What's up, man? What's going on? How your day been?" They don't like that. They like, "How you doing, sir? How you?" That's what most guys do to a dad. I don't, and most dads don't like me from that. What's going on with your mama? How your day been? You look good today. You smell nice. Me just coming at her like that, it just it rubs the dad the wrong way too. But it's like I'm not trying to fuck her. It's just me telling her things that make her that I see that I like. You know what I'm saying? She's a woman. So, just off me moving like that, bro, I get perceived a certain kind of way just from the dad alone. The mom loves me, always. And, of course, the daughter loves me. Of course. But the dad, no. He always going to look at a certain way because he's a bad guy. I can tell he's a bad guy. He can make everything, just off the fact that you can make everything move without being the society's norm. You're going to get, some women don't like that. Some moms don't like it. Some girls don't even like that their dad don't like me. But it's just like at the same time, they like me. They want to be with me. They don't want anybody else to have me. Now, of course, though, I never got locked down. And I'm not about that right now. But at the end of the day, I'm just letting y'all know, man. It's an attraction. Attraction thing, it's not always a good or bad. It can be a good or a bad thing. Like, some women, they don't like you, but they can't ignore you. It's crazy. But that's just how things go.
Women are generally apathetic towards men. They ignore men. They don't answer their messages. They don't care about anything. If you can get any emotion out of a girl, even if it's hate, you're going to be all right. Like, I have plenty of girls I sleep with who I'm sure hate me. But,
so you're saying they'll pay more attention to when you can bring out more of an intense emotion?
Yeah. It doesn't matter what the emotion is. Exactly.
As long as it's not as long as it's not lack of emotion, which would be like boring.
You can do anything you want to a woman except bore her. And this is absolutely a fact of life. You look at these girls who stay in these abusive relationships. I'm not going to say anything crazy, but it's true. Why do they stay so long? Because I don't buy that. I was forced to stay for 10 years. You were at the grocery store every day. You could have called the police anytime. Why did you stay for 10 years? Well, maybe it's sick. Maybe there's something wrong with you and there's something wrong with him. But one way or another, there is some kind of emotional response there that you were enjoying, the extreme jealousy or the fact that he was so obsessed with you, or there's something about certain toxic relationships that even women enjoy. This is the reality of nature, of human.
Some women they get pleasure from bad relationships. That's their life. Their life is a bad relationship. Like, if they don't have a bad relationship, they don't feel like they're living life.
Okay. Nature. And certain toxic relationships that even women enjoy. This is the reality of nature, of human nature. And if you can provoke an emotion in a female, no matter what it is, and I'm not saying it's easy to do, but if you can provoke an emotion, you're always going to be better than if she's bored or you provoke no emotion. That's when she's going to absolutely.
I'm going to always say this, bro. Women actually like to be played with. Like, with guys, we don't really like to be played with. Like, but whenever we get at each other, bro, we really hit each other like in a place, especially when you with your boys. We hit each other in a place that's kind of like only your boys can get away with talking to you this kind of way, right? Women like that shit. Women like when you can tell her a joke about herself, not be like demeaning, not be like too demeaning, but just play with her, like be playful with her, and you kind of like play on her flaws, make her play. You play with her a little bit. You play with her. You make her think twice about shit, and that just makes her emotional. It makes her emotional, bro. Like, if you're not doing that, she's not gonna have fun.
Absolutely and utterly disappear.
What would you say for a guy who doesn't have money to do fun, crazy, wild things?
You don't need money. The idea that you need money is a complete fallacy. I'll tell you this now because I got rich relatively quickly. I was completely broke. and then I became a world champion fighter, and then I had this cam business. So I literally, in the space of 4 years, I went from earning a couple grand a month to hundreds of thousands a month. So I got rich very fast, and I can tell you that it makes pretty much no difference. In fact, if you make too much money, it can be detrimental, because then you have the problem where you're sitting there on dates with girls and they're like, there's no way this guy would ever want to be a boyfriend to me. He just wants to use me. He has a Lambo. He has this girl. He's here. He's there. So it can be detrimental. You don't need money. You need the ability to provoke emotion. Now, if you have money in the bank, that's a bit easier. It's a bit easier to provoke emotion if you can say, let's go Disneyland tomorrow. But it's not about the money. It's about the spontaneity. It's about for provoking the emotion. This is why girls like funny guys, because it makes them laugh. You know, it's provoking an emotion out of them. This is all it really is. I mean, cash makes that a bit easier, but I don't think women in the Western world anyway, in Eastern Europe it's a bit different, but in the Western world, I don't think women really often in the club when they're about to bang a guy give a shit if he can provide security for their kids. I really don't think it crosses their mind whatsoever.
I don't. You know what's crazy? Even the women who tell you that they are really like that's what they looking for in you as a man, that shit don't even be true. It's not even always true. It's not always the case. Sometimes it's literally she's saying that to see what kind of guy you are. She's trying to do that to see if she can get money out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only way she can find out is to challenge you on that. Now, I wouldn't say challenge you, but just a request like, this is what I need from a man. This is what I need a man to give me money. I need a man to give me gifts. You tell her, listen, I'm not that guy. She will move accordingly. And she won't care about your money. She will not. If she likes you as a person, that's all that matters. If she likes you as a person. Once she likes you as a person, all those rules, all those expectations, they go away. Because she's just trying to figure out what the fuck is this guy, what the fuck is it about him? That's what she's trying to figure out.
I mean, I don't think...
Maybe not in that case, but what about for the long term? What about the girls who are on dating apps who are looking for their man, who are on the Match.coms and all that stuff, who are looking for a relationship? How does that work in that sense?
Yeah, there's this in the red pill Twitter. There's this view of women that they're ultra hypergamous and that they're going to chase the best they can get, et cetera, et cetera. In my experience, if a woman can see you have ambition and you're genuinely pushing hard, then she'll be fine. Now, what a woman doesn't want is a guy who's in X place and isn't trying to get anywhere else. But when I was a struggling fighter and I couldn't pay the rent, I was banging girls left, right, and center. And they were loving me and they were loyal to me.
Because why?
I think it's just because they could see I had drive and they saw I was a safe bet and I was going to get somewhere and they respected me. This is the basic dynamic of male females. If a woman respects you, she wants to have sex with you. It doesn't matter if a woman likes you. It doesn't matter if a woman, when I said earlier, women hate me. I have women who dislike me, but they respect me. And this is the thing. You see it all the time in relationships. Oh, me and my wife, we love each other, but we have problems in the bedroom. Yeah, because she loves you, but she doesn't respect you. She doesn't want to get fucked by a guy she doesn't respect. So how can you provoke respect from a woman? Well, money is one way of doing it because money provokes respect from the world. But they respected me anyway because I was a dedicated individual who tried very hard. I'm a smart guy. I had ambition. I was in good shape. They already respected me. If a woman respects you, it's fine. So this is what your number one goal is. If you're saying, how do I get women to like me? Forget like. Women don't need to like you. Women don't even need to love you. If women respect you, they'll have sex with you. That is the basic underlying...
so how do we provoke respect?
That is a fact. That is a fact. Now, to be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like a woman's love don't even matter if she don't respect you. Like if she not looking at you in a way that she know there's things that she can't do, there's things that she can't say to you, she does not love you. For real. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like you won't feel it. You won't feel the love. Like, in women, I say in general as a man, self-respect is everything. But when it comes down to a man and a woman, respect is literally everything. Because, and I hate to say this, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how this is going to be perceived. But the reality of things is that women are second to us. They're second to us. As much as they want to be first to us, we are not the same as them. Like, what you can put something in a woman and she will go and she will live on what you put into her. As a man, You put something into us, we're going to challenge what has been put into us so we can evolve further. You know what I'm saying? Like, a woman is going to keep doing the same thing. A man is going to progress. This is why a woman has to be learning. A man, you know, a woman, she already have to be learning. She's going to do the same thing. She's going to figure out new things, but she's going to be in that same play field. A man, we have to evolve, like, constantly. It's a non-stop thing for men. Like, and this is what the reality of it is that even if that's not the case, you still got to be able to say, get out my face. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing something that you don't understand. I'm a way that you're never going to understand. There's a difference between a man and a woman. Women are never going to really understand the way a man perceives a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Then how does one do that?
Okay.
A guy watching right now is like, love it. Good advice. Now, how do I do that?
Okay, so it's pretty much exactly the same.
Or I wonder if it's like a matter of, it's interesting sometimes. It's like, is it something you do, or is it actually something you don't do? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you're very needy with the girl, it's not about necessarily doing something. It's kind of like you don't do a set of things, right? It's like you don't do a set of things, and then they can respect you through that. But I'm sure it's a combination of both.
It's a combination, yeah. So for the don't do's, what you can't do is devalue yourself or your attention in any way. What happens now in the modern world, and I can tell you a million stories from webcam about this, but this is the basic dynamic, is that men's attention no longer has value. In the 1950s and 60s, if a girl got the attention of a good-looking guy, it meant something. Because how many times can she get the attention of a good-looking guy? She walks down the street, whatever. In the world of Instagram and Facebook and social media, a girl's getting blown up. So what does your attention have? Your attention has no value. So the way you give it value is, one, becoming a higher value man. But another way you have to make sure your attention has value is you don't throw it away. This is what I see all the time. I get message after message from guy in the friend zone. I'm like, what? The friend zone is basically, I'm giving away all my attention without getting
free, for a fucking free. What the fuck am I, like, I never understood that. I never understood what the fuck behooves you to really want to be in a woman's face that much to where she even can look at you as a friend. Like, unless it's business, unless it's money, unless it's got something to do with money, I don't see no reason to be a woman in a woman's face that much. Women are not that entertaining. They're not. They're entertaining for a small period of time, but it gets to a point where it's annoying. I think anybody who really be around women that really are attracted to them will know. Women get annoying. Like, if anything, they'll get to a point where it gets annoying. It's never going to be to a point where you like, oh man, I don't want to. It's not going to be like that all the time. It might be like that for an hour. And if you looking at her like she's fine and shit, and she looking at you like you're a friend, and you still deciding to be with her, and you wondering why you have no respect, it's because she don't fucking respect you. You don't respect yourself. Why are you with a woman that you looking at her like she fine as fuck, and you looking at her like she fine as fuck, and then she tell you, I don't really want to fuck with you. Why are you still fucking with her? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never seen the point.
Getting any sex in return. Because this is the basic dynamic. The basic dynamic is men give attention to get sex, and women give sex to continue to get your attention. This is how it should be. The women sleep with me, otherwise I won't talk to them anymore. And I talk to the women so they'll sleep with me. This is a very basic if you break it down. So if you're throwing all your attention away without getting sex in return, what value does your attention have? Zero. And this is how you end up, because it suffers from inflation like anything else. And this is how you end up with guys who are buying presents, taking girls on holiday, doing everything for them, but their attention is so low value that it means less than one text from me after 3 months.
Yeah, I just worked with a client. We got off a phone call today, and he was in the friend zone, and he was very young, right? So he didn't understand. So he's like, yeah, I bought her these boots that she really liked, and then I did this for her, and it's like, he's doing exactly what you're saying, right? He's just trying to buy this attention from her.
There are older guys that struggle with that too.
It's never going to work.
Didn't work. It didn't work.
And that's it. So you can't do that. And the other way is how you make women respect you by being a person who's worthy of respect. The same way you make a man respect you. I mean, I really think that it, if society respects you, females will respect you by an extension. And there's lots of ways you can do that. Obviously, having money helps with that. Having a good job helps with that. Having a nice apartment, nice car obviously helps with that. Being in good shape helps with that. Being smart, being witty, all these things help. But this is the reality of life as a man: is that you have to build your value. People say to me all the time, "Oh yeah, Tate, you get girls." I said, "I got girls because I became a kickboxing world champion. That's thousands of hours in the gym. I wasn't born with some magic. I'm not Ron Jeremy. I wasn't born with some tool. It's like I had to do it myself. So you have to build it as a man. This is just the unfortunate reality. If you're not prepared to do any work at all, you're gonna suffer. And this is the reality of life as a man. You have to build it.
And this is what I always say, and I'm gonna end it at this. And I like the next topic, say you can't hack it. You know what I'm saying? But what I really see as, oh my God, that's the most viewed? What is examples of disrespect is the most viewed thing? Oh, that gotta be a video. Oh yeah, that's a video right there. But nah, bro, like, you really gotta go through something where you're learning and you kind of figuring something out. Because it's one thing to know knowledge, and it's another thing to exercise the knowledge where you have to evolve into something else to become a product of that knowledge. You have to really, and to get to, what I mean is, like, you have to learn a skill so well that you discover something new in that skill that connects with you. And once you make that shit connect with you, you can, even if you really know the skill, you don't have to think about it. It connects with you so well that eventually you're kind of going to start venturing off and finding your own ways to do things. And that's when you really achieve mastery. And when you do that, bro, your mind reaches another level of, I guess you could just say another realm, like another level of understanding, another level of wisdom, because you realize that knowledge is in not knowing. When you look at kids, bro, you realize they're constantly trying to prove themselves. When you look at kids, you realize that they're constantly trying to, get the attention. When you look at kids, they're constantly trying to, put each other down. You know what I'm saying? They're constantly trying to do that. Why? You know what I'm saying? It's because they're trying to figure out how to really get that feeling of importance. They really want that. But when you go through something and you really learn something and you learn a knowledge until you master it and you evolve it into something that's unique with you, you realize the importance of you. And that's the feelings of importance that it would never leave you. When you get to a certain point in your life, it never leaves you. Like, if you get to that point of a mastery in anything, it will never leave you, because you're going to start eventually looking at different ways to master everything. You know what I'm saying? And it don't end. It don't just stop at one thing. Like, everything you put your mind to, you're going to want to master it. And of course, one of those things is talking to women. It's just one of those things. Like, women are literally, I mean, the best way to explain it that I've heard is, like, a woman really is a canvas. She is literally nothing when you first meet her. She's nothing. And then you literally just show her who you are, and you just showing her who you are, she will find out that you have achieved mastery just from talking to you. She will never understand it, because women learn from men. They don't really understand us. But the reality of it, what I'm saying is that she will never understand what she sees, but she knows that it's something that she wants to have, which is a man that can achieve, a man who has achieved some type of mastery. And shit don't end, bro. Mastery never ends. He still kicks box to this day. He's old as fuck, and he like in his 40s or something. I ain't gonna say old as fuck, but he in his 40s. He in mid age, and he's still middle age, and he still kicks box. You know what I'm saying? Because the mastery of you wanting to continuously learn, it never ends. Literally, I saw a video of this guy, and they was like, why are you so happy to go in the gym? Why are you so happy, bro? Like, I seen you was mad all day. When you got in the gym, you just were just straight teeth. Because, bro, this is what I do. This is what I mastered. This is fun for me. I found fun in going through this pain, going through this struggle, of going through this darkness, of trying to figure out something and get good at something and becoming good and becoming better and becoming greater and becoming even more greater. You know what I'm saying? And in doing that, bro, you have no choice but to look at yourself in a way that you admire, that you respect. And it's a continuous thing. It doesn't end. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this is, bro. That's all it is. That's all I got for y'all, bro. See y'all when I see y'all, man. Peace.